Oceania is doing away with the O-Life fare structure that's been in place for the last several years. In this video, we look at what's happening next and how it will affect your future Oceania bookings. I'm Bob Bradley from the Pampered Cruiser, and if you're looking to book an Oceania cruise or really any other small ship ocean, river, or expedition cruise, then we'd love to help you out. Here's our contact information. It's also in the notes below. Oceania's O-Life program was in place for several years, and it did a fantastic job of offering guests luxury touches that were suited to their preferences. This is in contrast to some of the luxury lines that are completely inclusive, but it's worth remembering that those inclusions are never free, but they're rather prepaid. So if you find value in all-inclusive drink packages, the shore excursions, and in some cases flights, then it might make sense. Oceania's O-Life program allowed you to choose those luxury amenities that most appealed to you. So you could choose between the beverage package or the shore excursions, or if you wanted neither of these, you could collect an additional onboard credit. While I always liked this segmented luxury, I personally found it a little bit confusing. So I was thrilled when Oceania announced to the trade that they would be sunsetting the O-Life program and replacing it with what they're calling Simply More. From what I've learned about this, they've given it an appropriate name because it is both simple to understand and you do in fact get more. Here are the elements of this new pricing structure. Number one, wine, beer, and champagne with meals. This isn't like some of those other cruise lines that give you a choice between red or white, but rather have a list of over 30 wines, as well as a wide selection of domestic and craft beers, or if you prefer, champagne or Prosecco. Number two, shore excursions. With your Simply More fare, you'll be given a shore excursion wallet with a dollar amount that will vary by the length of your cruise, and that'll enable you to do one of the basic shore excursions in every port of call as part of your fare. Where this is better than some of the other cruise lines is that if you want to do an upgraded shore excursion, then you can use the money in that shore excursion wallet to take that one. This is in contrast to where you get no consideration at all if you miss an included shore excursion in order to do an optional one. So rather than being told which shore excursions you need to do, you actually get the choice. Number three, airport transfers when you book your air through Oceania. Number four, unlimited Wi-Fi when you're on board the ship for each person. We were on the Oceania Vista recently, and that has Starlink technology on board, and the whole Oceania fleet will have this very shortly. Number five, round-trip air, or not. Oceania will offer two prices, one with air and one that is a cruise-only price. With the cruise-only price, you still get all the other onboard goodies. So all of this poses two questions for our clients. First of all, when does this start? Well, Oceania will start marketing Simply More fares July 1st, and that'll be effective for sailings later in 2023. And next, and perhaps more importantly, is what if you already have a booking on Oceania? Well, you're in the best position of all. Once Oceania has rolled out its Simply More pricing structure, you'll have the choice as to whether you'd like to move it to the new fare structure or stick with what you've already got. Finally, for the many Oceania brand enthusiasts out there, don't worry, the things you love most about the brand and its ships aren't really going anywhere. Oceania's extraordinary culinary program and specialty restaurants are still included in your fare. It's worth noting that other cruise lines have an upcharge of $30 to $70 for reservations at a specialty restaurant. This will continue to be included in your Oceania fare. If you love the smaller ships, the intimacy of the R-class vessels, that's Insignia, Nautica, Regatta, and Serena, with only 680 guests, well, that's still available to you. For those that like the big staterooms and amongst the highest passenger space ratios at sea, then Marina, Riviera, Vista, and in 2025, Allura will also be available to you with this new fare structure. Another thing that's not going anywhere is the wide variety of shore excursions that's available to all Oceania guests. The list is long, but here are a few. Beyond Blueprints, for those into architecture of some of the most famous buildings in the world. There's Go Local Tours. These are immersive local tours where you're embedded into the local communities and get to learn all about the people there. Culinary discovery excursions, both on ship and on shore. The Executive Collection for those looking for a private car and driver for independent exploration. Wellness and healthy living tours for mind, body, and spirit. So as you can see, there's a wide variety of shore excursions that will continue to be available to Oceania guests. So here's your bottom line. All the things you love about Oceania, they're still there. They've just made it easier to understand. So to recap, Oceania's new Simply More will offer guests a wide selection of beer, wine, and champagne with meals, A shore excursion wallet ranging from $600 for one-week voyages up to $1,600 for cruises over 31 days, unlimited Wi-Fi for every guest, and an optional air add-on with airport transfers included. If you enjoyed this video, then give us a like, or better yet, subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also sign up for our weekly newsletter that contains valuable information for all things cruise, as well as weekly cruise offers. If you'd like to book an Oceania cruise or really any other small ship, ocean, river, or expedition cruise, then give us a call. Here's our contact information, and it's also included in the notes below. Thanks for watching.